Hello, Mariah here. Please bear with me and my lighting for a couple of videos. I literally just moved, as you can tell by the boxes, and the lighting here is horrible. But sitting with this energy, I do feel like I'm getting ready to jump off the ledge with this reading instinctively. I do feel like it is going to be important. So let's hop into this. So spirit guides, angels, ancestors for my Leos, what do they need to know? So we have the Star. What else? We have the Eight of Pentacles. What else? We have the Three of Pentacles. Let's see, what else? We have the Nine of Wands in the reverse. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Let's see what else. The World. Let's see, Judgment. And last one here, we have the Magician. Okay. So, all right, so I'm definitely getting ready to jump off the ledge with this reading, and you can call me the crazy tarot lady, but hear me out. Just hear me out for a second, Leo. I feel like I'm going to say some things that will either trigger you or grow you depending on the stage you are at in life right now. But I truly believe, and I genuinely believe 100%, your life will be changed for the better, especially if you commit to yourself over the next 30 days, 2 months, 3 months. You really will see a positive change in your life. And if you don't see a positive change, you can come back to me and tell me, you know what, you don't know anything. You're just some incompetent tarot reader. And you know what? I'll live with that. You know, I'll take it. But Leo, let's be real here for a second. And honestly, really think back to a time when you were depressed or felt like giving up on yourself. Like, you know, I don't know what to do. Where you were in a rut and didn't know how to get out of it, feeling like you had nothing to lose as well, and just floundering around like, I really don't know where I'm going. This is not what I want. My manifestations are not coming true. Why is this not working? There's something you are wanting to create, or something you just really feel connected to on a soul level. However, it just feels like some aspect of it is really at a standstill. And I feel like it's confusing you. It gives you some form of internal conflict because you want things to move forward. And it's odd because I don't have the Hangman here, but that's what this feels like. So it's like you're putting in the work. You're wanting to have forward momentum. You're wanting things to have forward progression. But it just feels like something is stuck. And mind you, you really feel connected to whatever this is for you. But yet there's no movement here. And I think that's the key element, because the Hangman should be here, but it's not. That's what's kind of driving me bonkers, right? It's like you want things to happen. It's like you've been keeping a positive or optimistic mindset and reaffirming to yourself that there is going to be movement here, or even holding out for a brighter day for things to finally start taking shape. But yet, where's the shape being taken? You know, where is it at? Where's this change, right? So I can't help but highlight the work you've already done to align yourself with the outcome you want. Now it's just waiting for our reality to catch up with the work that we've already done. And it's like you haven't given up on yourself. You're still persistent. You're still very determined to see what can come of this. And don't get me wrong. You know, I see you being very emotionally balanced about the situation, you know, trying to keep a solid emotional equilibrium. Maybe you've even tried to manifest the good old fashioned way with taking out a pen and paper, or using your phone to really list what it is that you do want and what you want to happen for you. Even with the potential of using visualizations to put yourself in that reality without being there yet, whether it was like, my career is going to be successful, I earn a lot or as much as needed for my career, I have the freedom of my time, my relationships are healthy, my partner will love me endlessly, I can travel whenever I want, I can afford whatever I want, my health is progressing, my health is greatly improved. And you may be a Leo where you know a lot about manifestation, but given your circumstances, maybe we did not believe that if we wrote something down, something as literal as writing that down could actually happen. And honestly, it isn't because of writing it down or the paper you're writing it on. But hear me out for a second. By you listing and naming what you do want, it feels like it's locked into your subconscious mind. It's registered in your mind to start working towards your goals, even if you no longer are actively thinking about it anymore. And Leo, if you've consistently thought about the past, if you consistently think about, you know, heartbreak that you went through and regret, you cry about it, think about why an area of our life feels slow moving. What happens in your mind, you know, you're thinking it over and over again. You're thinking about the pain or issues or strife over and again. And in your mind, it feels like watching paint dry when it comes to the pace of things coming in, because we're living in a stuck space mentally. And this is actually creating your reality again, or creating some form of defense mechanism to prevent you from getting what you want, because we're now closed off to the opportunities that can bring us what we want, But because of a fear-based state of mind, we end up preventing it. And that's not the reality, right? But your mind doesn't know that, you know? So this is what I'm getting at. Let's just kind of get to it. It feels like you're altering your mind into thinking you're living a great life. And hell, I don't know, maybe you are to some degree, maybe all of it. However, there's just an area that we would like to see some movement, but it feels a little held up. Nonetheless, you really are affirming to yourself that you are healthy, you are well, you are wealthy, you will have a good partner, your health is it's great. And I believe what is happening is that your mind has registered this, like, okay, these are my goals, this is where we're going. Leo, there's no way you won't get what you want because you decided that this is what you want. And this is what you decided. And this is the reality that will happen for you. And this is the reality you created for yourself. And you know what is beautiful about rock bottom? You genuinely have nothing less to lose. You have nothing else left to lose. So you may have stopped watching stupid videos. You may have stopped listening to stupid people. You may have stopped listening to stupid music because these things were not involving you at all. You know, as an example, when you were sad, you may have listened to sad songs because you resonated with them, yet they only made you sadder. You may have looked at stupid people doing stupid things, not growing you at all. And so you may have been kept in this rut because what you watch, what you consistently listen to becomes your reality. And people that you may have hung around became your reality. Hell, some of you may have not even had friends since for some of you, this energy does really feel isolated. So that could even be worse because you didn't have a positive influence externally to encourage positive growth. Now you're really of the understanding that if you start hanging out with certain people, you know how quick your habits can turn into their habits and their habits turn into yours, and how quickly you change into each other. And it doesn't matter how evolved you are right now. It doesn't matter how much knowledge you've gained. It doesn't matter how much you've healed. One person that you're hanging out with, not saying specifically, but just hanging out with the wrong people can literally change your life, maybe for the better or even for the worse. And that's the power of the people around you, Leo. You're understanding this, or at least coming to this understanding. So you could look at me, and there goes Lucky, I don't know if you saw him, but you could look at me and say, you know what, that crazy lady don't know what she's talking about, who the hell she thinks she is. She don't know nothing. But really, let's call a spade a spade. The only thing that's missing from this equation is cups, which means emotions. When you put emotions into something, that's who you'll attract. That's what you'll attract. That's what comes into your life. And so we're looking at what's slow moving in our life right now, and we can keep doing that, but that's like watching a pot of water boil. And I may be jumping off the ledge with this, but I'm telling you, if you were to do this, like for even 30 days, every single day, place an emotion to a manifestation that you really do desire. And deeper than that, anchoring it to a significant why you desire it. You'll 100% start manifesting and bringing in what you're wanting. And it's like I'm looking at a Leo who is truly alchemizing something, but there's a missing key ingredient. And that's why this has to be so deeply rooted and attached to emotion that on the subconscious level, your mental willpower will preserve past any internal or external limitations to physically do the work to bring it in, or to even have the mental bandwidth to be patient. You can do the guided meditations and affirmations all you want, but if it's not grounded in cement, which is your why, as soon as life starts to oppose your manifestation, you'll want to abandon ship, or you'll feel like the universe is not making it happen for you. But nonetheless, Leo, you're really in a state of mind where you do not chase, and you stop chasing everything. You only attract, and what belongs to you really will find you. So what is happening is you're becoming so laid back and so detached from everything, where you're giving room for your manifestation to come in, because you're not giving out your energy anymore. You're preserving your energy. All of your energy is within you. So your manifestation is like, damn, Leo is whole. We want to be a part of Leo's life. You know, there's no more leakage anymore. You know, you aren't leaking to everyone, trying to please everyone. And when the little rewards, you start to see these little rewards come in as parts of your manifestation, you're in a state of gratefulness. Being grateful is a very beautiful thing. It's like, thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. I'm deserving of what just came in for me, even if it's something small. And the more gratitude, the more you show, the more your blessings are going to compound. It's like, even right now, most of you are really living in some form of your manifestation that you wanted, but did you show gratitude? Did you even say thank you? Are you even self-aware that you're living in some fraction of your manifestation? So I actually want to keep going. I'm already getting winded, so let's see here. We got the Knight of Wands. We got the 8 of Wands. We have the 9 of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So you've done the work, or you're now doing the work and being consistent, and now you're here. And it's like you've restructured your life based off your own merits to align yourself with your manifestation. And now God or the universe is putting people in your life to bring that manifestation into your reality. And this isn't sitting on your ass and complaining, why me? How come the universe has forsaken me? This isn't the whole life is fair BS. This is really you putting in the work. But the opposite side of doing the work is needing to be patient and prepared as well. And during this time, you may lose people who are meant to be with you or around the highest version of yourself. And let me repeat that. You will lose people who are not meant to be around the highest version of you. And your contract with them ends because you're about to evolve, and you are recognizing that, and you have to recognize that when it happens. And you have to let those people go, because new people will enter your life directly sent by God as a blessing to further you along your manifestation. So cleared space truly is needed for you at that time. And if you do not accept the blessings, how can your manifestation come true? So I just feel like, whew, I'm one day. I just feel like I'm looking at a Leo who has this belief in themselves that's so much stronger than their fears, that literally there is no choice for you, Leo, but to accomplish it. And this time you're taking control, and this time enough is enough. There's enough crying, enough being sad, enough saying tomorrow, enough reflecting on the past. You're starting now and what you have. And no matter how small it is, get the knowledge, continue putting yourself out there, continue working towards your goal, continue believing in your manifestations and anchoring a why to those manifestations, anchoring an emotion to those manifestations, so that way you have that mental bandwidth to persevere. And I'm telling you, if you put yourself and continue to keep yourself in that alignment, you actually will see change. Call me the crazy tarot lady if I'm wrong. Come back and get me. Cuss me out in the comments. You can cuss me out in the comments. You can say, you know what, F you. I'm unsubscribing. There goes a dislike. There goes an unsubscribe. That's fine. But I guess I'm just really passionate about this because I see the trajectory of where you're going, and I see where you're coming from, and I see the difficulty that you've had to deal with, and mentally, physically, emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually, it is fucking taxing. Excuse my language, but let's call it spade a spade. It really is. But when it is taxing, that's the time when you really need yourself the most. When things are difficult, or when you are having to be in a season of patience or waiting, or when you are at least seeing certain portions of your manifestations come to fruition, but you haven't seen the full picture yet, those are like key gems that you can really hold on to continue to further push momentum forward into coming into your manifestation. And I'm looking at it. I guess I'm just passionate about it. Anyway, Leo, I love you. Know that I do love you. I am going to get off this camera. I'm tired. I'm still not unpacked and just having a hell of a time with this place that I moved into. That sucks. So I'm going to go. I love you. Be safe. Be well. And bye.